Welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Bobparcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thanks again for watching. And as Steve and I have said many times, if any topics you'd like us to try to discuss as a buyer or seller, anything with real estate, please let us know. We'll be glad to research it and try to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll bring it up and highlight it here on the Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. If you're interested in buying or selling property, come see us, 195 South Main Street there in Rocky Mount. We'd love to have you. We've got someone there dedicated Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. And if those hours don't work for you, well, you got the number on your screen. Just give us a call, and we'll be glad to come out and visit with you when and where it's convenient.
Glad to do it. We're easy to get in touch with.
That we are. We've got multiple ways, not only website, telephone number, Facebook, etc. But Bob, I bet you'd even respond to smoke signals, wouldn't you?
Depends on who's smoking.
Oh goodness. Bob, we'd be remiss if here we are rolling into August. The kids went back to school last week, and well, we hope that they had a great first week of school. Getting back into that routine at times could be a little bit of a challenge. Did you ever have a challenge with going back to school, Bob?
Not as much of a challenge as teachers had of me coming back, I think. Back in my day, they had conduct was a grade.
Oh, and I am sure A's all around, right?
Not in that column. A lot of discussions about that. A lot of parental responses saying we're so disappointed in Bob's behavior. But
well,
that's the truth.
It is what it is, Bob.
Have you ever written, "I will not talk in class"?
No.
You never had to do that?
I can say that I never had to do that. I never had to do that.
I've done it thousands of times. Seriously, I have.
Well, I just want you to know, I don't want you to think I'm an angel, but I have never had that experience where I will not talk in class. So
it's good to know.
Well, let's talk briefly about the real estate market, Bob. Still a low inventory, it's fair to say. Buyer demand is pretty good, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
So,
and I think as you and I were talking earlier, I think as a buyer in any market, especially this would be open to all property types. I know the house that I live in, we were in it 30 seconds and decided to buy it, have never regretted it, didn't want to live in the town of Rocky Mount, but went and looked anyway and found out it was very secluded to be in town and certainly never regretted it. And I worked with someone a week or so ago. They wanted to build a house on the lake, and so we're concentrating on lots for quite a while, and building restrictions, how the lot lays. So, but they came down and said, we want to look at townhouses, single-family homes, and of course, single-family residential lots. They had an open mind and looked at everything, and they really wanted to build exactly what they wanted. They ended up finding a home that suited their needs, was already done. Like they said, there's a lot to be said for a finished product. It had a dock and a nice house, to say the least. And so that, since they had were open to all different types of property, they found something to suit their needs and were very happy. So I think the message is, as a buyer, again, a lot of people don't know what they want till they see it. Just look at as many things as you can, and if none of those work, it's still very educational about what the market has to offer, may enable you to feel comfortable about making an offer when you do find something you like.
The old adage of "you don't know till you go" is, I think, is very true. Flip side of that, I would tell you, Bob, when I sit down with clients, at times it seems like we can talk about the things they want, and in this market with low inventory, we start checking those boxes, and next thing you know, we don't have anything to really take a look at. And that, I'm not saying you need to compromise on your must-haves. I don't want to give you that impression. But that being said, I think Bob talking about just being open to considering possibilities that may not check off all the boxes, but go take a look at it and see maybe there is a possibility that it could work and end up, as Bob said. How long you been in your house, sir? What, 30 years?
30 years.
So
back when you were not writing "I will not talk in class." Been that long. Which I really find that hard to believe, but we'll worry about that some other time.
Let's talk about some property, Bob.
Okay.
What you got to show us today?
Well, we talk about Smith Mountain Lake a lot, but the land between the lakes is Franklin County, and this Great property and home is on Horseshoe Point Road near Philpott Lake. Has a Henry address. If you travel to the Henry Road, several places to go to Salthouse Branch, Horseshoe Point. This one, of course, is close to both of those great facilities. But you have 113 acres. The majority of it is wooded. Lots of water on the property. Very strong creek. Pasture. You have property on both sides of the road. Timber, long state road frontage. So you have the potential to have multiple building sites, very private. The owner has done a really remarkable job of how they've maintained the land. There's trails all through it. I think some of these pictures are going to show you that. We'll also, of course, give you details on this well-maintained brick home. Again, this is unzoned property. Be a great property for livestock. Several acres are in pasture, as you see here.
I bet there's some deer around. Hunting season is coming.
You think so?
You bet, buddy.
I bet. But the owner took me on this four-wheeler all throughout this property, and he has trails all throughout it. It's just, you just don't have your property in this kind of condition because you started last week doing it. It keeps a real close eye on it. These picnic tables you see here by the creek are well off the road, hundreds and hundreds of yards into the property. Fire pit. So you're looking for a real private setting, you surely have it here. There's a bold creek you see in this picture. This home was built in 1964, has 1,400 square feet, 2-car garage, features wood floors. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house with replacement windows, and very well maintained. This house does not, for lack of a better term, dominate the property. It's not in the middle of the property. So for argument's sake, if someone bought this, there's land directly across the road from this house, 18 acres. In my opinion, if someone wanted to sell this house with, let's say, 5 acres on the home side, 10 across the road to protect your privacy, if that's what you wish to do, you probably could sell that house for a significant amount of money with the acreage and then, keep 95 acres, for example. But just a well-maintained home, great land with timber, long state road frontage, creek on the property, and great proximity to Philpott Lake.
So another great property we have here on Walnut Grove Drive. It's with the Callaway address, and you got to appreciate, as Bob talked about, great properties. This is one unique in that it's at the end of Walnut Grove Drive, so privacy, your ability to, from my standpoint, you think about getting out and walking around and not having to worry about, the lights from the city or traffic. Here we are on Walnut Grove Drive in Callaway. This does sit in the Meadow Ridge Farm subdivision. You've got 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths. As you can see, it is a log home. It's been very well maintained. But that rustic log home feeling runs throughout this property. It's a great setting, as I talked about there, with the privacy and 5 acres there, Walnut Grove. Here's the attached 2-car carport. You see here. I got to appreciate the deck here on this home. You step inside, talked about the log home and that rustic feel throughout. Wouldn't be a log home without a wood stove. So certainly got that here, and it's a centerpiece here into the dining room, living room area, kitchen coming around. Do have bedroom here on the entry level. It's actually 2 bedrooms on the entry level and 2 baths. A chance to see those. And we step downstairs, a large family area here in the basement. Come around to a bedroom and an additional full bath. So 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, a little over 2,300 square feet here in this home. You get a chance to see the back side. You've got the deck across the top, of course, a covered patio storage area there to your left. And this is a really unique feature, I think adds a lot to the property, and that is this detached 2-car garage workshop area. There's just multiple areas for storage here, whether you're a car enthusiast, whether you're an outdoor enthusiast. whatever your interests may be, there's a place for you to do it here in this detached workshop garage here on Walnut Grove Drive. So we're going to let that wrap this one up, but it's a great spot to take you to get a look and see, enjoy the privacy here on Walnut Grove Drive in Callaway. So the next one we're going to come back to the town of Rocky Mount. We're going to talk about Knollwood. This is Knollwood Drive, sits on half an acre, but a very extremely well maintained home. And when you think about convenience, Bob, you talked about where you live and living in town. I mean, one of the things I bet you didn't really kind of appreciate at the time was the convenience of living there in town. This is a spot here on Knollwood. As far as convenience, I mean, you're 5 minutes from just about anything.
And you're very right, Steve, because for 7 years, if your child's in public school, between the middle school and the high school, they're being school in Rocky Mount, and if you live here, it's a real quick trip there and back. Some places, you're talking a 2-hour round trip to do these things by the time the practice is over. So that's a good point.
Yeah. So you step inside, you get a chance to see some of these really nice, well-maintained hardwood floors. Got a nice brick masonry fireplace, built-in bookshelves. We can go on and on about the amenities. You see the formal dining room here and the features of this home. But, a great kitchen, so been updated. We come around here into the primary suite. A great walk-in closet, really nice primary bathroom here, big old soaking tub. But, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 3,300 square feet, a little over 3,300 square feet here on Knollwood Drive in Rocky Mount. It does sit on half an acre, but we talk about the convenience of living in town. You can see all the things here. You have the opportunity to enjoy and take in, make it your own here on Knollwood Drive in Rocky Mount. Great setting, Knollwood Drive. We're going to stay in Rocky Mount. We're going to head out west of town. This is Keg Valley Lane. Keg Valley Lane would be west of town on obviously Keg Valley Lane. But if you were to head out of Rocky Mount on 40 west, approximately 3.5 miles, you turn left onto Keg Valley, and this home is on your left. 7.32 acres. This is fairly new construction. It was completed in 2021. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It does have a walkout basement, which is always a great feature. I really appreciate the garage that you see there to your right, 26 by 18. There is tons of room there in that oversized garage. You can do a lot with that. As I mentioned, it is new construction, so when you step inside, you get a chance to see new paint, new cabinets, new countertops, new appliances. They're all relatively new, and when you step around, this home shows like it's brand new. But 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Here's that full basement we talked about, the walkout basement. Around back, you do have a little storage area there, just outside of the garage on the back side of the home. 7.32 acres. You need a little place to maybe store some things, to garden equipment, etc. Maybe you got big time landscaping going on. This is Keg Valley Lane in Rocky Mount.
So we'll travel a little bit west of Rocky Mount, a little bit north of this home on Grassy Hill Road. It's the Boone's Mill address. Great views of Cahays Mountain over towards Callaway and the Blue Ridge Mountains and Blue Ridge Parkway. Very nice home. Home was built in 2008. Total square footage that's finished is 2,939. And great views. You step inside, the entry level has 1,632 square feet. This contemporary home has a cathedral ceiling. Nice open kitchen, good sized pantry. There's also 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths in this home. Great floor plan. Recently we had an open house there. The home shows very well. It's also 1,307 square feet that's finished in the lower level. Great picture here showing you how open the lower level is. Has potential for a 4th bedroom. So you're looking for a home that's with really great views, convenient to Rocky Mount for those 7 years of public school we mentioned in Rocky Mount between middle and high school, or if you work in Roanoke, or your child attends Boones Mill Elementary, that's very convenient if you commute to Roanoke every day. Big attraction for people. Please consider this nice home on Grassy Hill Road with a Boones Mill address. Great picture there of the mountain views.
So Bob, we're going to stay in Boones Mill. We're going to talk about the property here on Harmony Road. So you see the brick ranch home here. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 full bath. It does have a partial basement underneath there, a total 2,163 square feet. Come around, you get a chance to see the inside of this home. Nice living room area, a dining room. Of course, outside here you've got the detached 2-car garage, which is always a great feature. In addition to this, we've got a couple of single-wide homes on this 13.07 acre property. So from the standpoint of an income-producing property here on Harmony Road in Boones Mill, a great location. I'd love to give you more details about it as we move along here, but this is Harmony Road in Boones Mill.
Nice condominium in Roanoke City, right very close to Lewis Gale Hospital near the Roanoke County and Salem city lines, 1,700 square feet. Some of the highlights of this particular unit are it's an in unit, offering you more privacy and less noise than one in the middle. That offers also great views. It also has 2 storage units and 2 side-by-side parking spots very close to the elevator. Nice open floor plan, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Of course, 1 level living, gas log fireplace, nice sunroom there to the left with a tile floor. Again, great mountain views. So we'll be glad to give you more details for this condo in Roanoke City.
All right, we're going to move from Roanoke City. We're coming back to Franklin County, and this property on Old Salem School Road in Union Hall. 2-story farmhouse that has been completely remodeled. So, farmhouse seems to be a lot of interest in farmhouses and the farmhouse feel. You certainly will get that here on this property on Old Salem School. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 2,300 total square feet, 5.37 acres. Step inside and get a chance to see the kitchen. As I talked about, the updates that have gone on here, but you certainly do get that farmhouse feel in this kitchen. And as you move around the bedroom, 5.37 acres. You've got multiple storage buildings, a couple of barns. So, if you're interested in gardening or maybe having goats or sheep, pigs, even a horse, it'd be a good spot here on Old Salem School Road and Union Hall, and you're not far from Smith Mountain Lake.
You are not. Just a few miles west of Rocky Mount on Franklin Street, where you found this very well maintained home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. The total square footage is 1980. There's a nice covered front porch, new roof on the home, nice detached 3-car garage and storage building last year. In addition to the nice home and detached garage that you see here, there's also 2 other lots that come with the property, and they're accessed off Dalewood, which is a little bit towards Rocky Mount. There's a driveway into both of those lots off Dalewood in place. So this is a rare opportunity to not only buy a nice home, but also a good detached 3-car garage with workshop behind it, and 2 other lots that are 2 acres and are extremely usable. We look at lots all the time. Sometimes they're very steep, sometimes they're just not a good lot. As a surveyor told me one time, it's no prize when he was looking at something. But these are prizes, in my opinion, very good lots, and we'll be glad to give you more details for this nice home, detached garage and workshop, and 2 extra lots.
You got to appreciate that detached garage and workshop there. That's a great feature of this property.
And I don't think we're obviously rolling through some properties here, but really nice workshop behind it, Steve, in addition to the 3-car garage.
We're going to head to Brookdale Street in Martinsville. It's actually in the city of Martinsville, but this is a unique new listing that we have here on Brookdale Street. It is an office building. It's currently being used as a residence, but there in Brookdale, you're very convenient to the city of Martinsville and the things that go on down there. Restaurants, shopping. You got Dick and Willie's walking and biking trail, gym and healthcare, etc. We go on and on about all the things that are here close by, but it's a great location. I appreciate the way that these owners have decorated, but they have completely renovated. So when you think about things like plumbing, electrical, HVAC, all that has been updated. It's a great spot there. So you just kind of move in and not have to worry about some of those potential major updates here with Brookdale Street. Shot of the kitchen. We'll come around to the back side. You see the carport garage area there. You've also got an additional storage, some additional storage there on the second level or lower level of this home or this property on Brookdale Street in Martinsville.
Next, we'll come back to Franklin County for this 51-plus acre parcel on Beulah Road. Here's the Rocky Mount address. I'm going to call it Sontag. But if you're a little bit south of Rocky Mount, Route 619, which is Sontag Road. Across from the Sontag Community Center is Beulah Road. That's where you find this 51-plus acres. Land lays very well. I'll be glad to give you more details for this large land tract on Beulah Road, again, a little south of Rocky Mount.
So we're going to head from Sontag area and we're going to head to the lake and Union Hall. This is Land's End Circle, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. You can see the 2-car garage underneath, a little over 4,300 total square feet. But when we think about Land's End Circle, you think about Land's End subdivision. You've got amenities there, including an in-ground swimming pool, a nice sandy beach. Got a deeded boat slip, a lift, and a jet ski port. All goes with this property here on Land's End Circle. Step inside. We're gonna, as Bob said, we're kind of running through these, but you get a chance, just a glimpse. You see what's going on here in the kitchen. You got the nice granite countertops, tons of storage, the gleaming hardwood floors. Those hardwood floors do run throughout the home. Just a lot of things to talk about in this over 4,300 square feet home. We'd love to show it to you. Here's a shot of the day docks there. You do have a deeded boat slip. That's Land's End Circle in Union Hall.
Next we'll travel to Callaway for this very private home on Mission Drive. That's going to be off of the Callaway Road and Bethany Road. Custom built home built in 2015. Again, 17-plus acres, extremely private setting, large yard. Also, it's surrounded by wood, so again, it's a very private setting. Very high-end materials in this 4-bedroom, 4 full bath, 1 half bath home. 3-car attached garage on the left. Total square footage that's finished is 5,770 with 2,700 on the entry level. You can have 1 level living with 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, half bath and laundry, all on that entry level. Great floor plan. And to take advantage of that private settings, a nice deck through those double doors and patio underneath that you see in this picture. So if you're looking for a home with a very private setting in beautiful Callaway, Virginia, please give us a call. I'll be glad to give you more details on this home on Mission Drive.
Here's a property on Cahays Lane, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. When you look at square footage wise, you have 1,391 square feet. It does have a full walkout basement with the property. At 1,391 would be the finished square footage. But you come around, when you think about, Bob, you talked about Callaway, here we are in Boone's Mill. We're not far away from Cahays Mountain. This on Cahays Lane, you're in a great area, great views, just some of the best, some of the best spots in the county here on Cahays Lane. But you can see, you look at the landscaping, this home has been very well taken care of. And it is under contract, and we hope that everything goes according to plan. But 0.79 acres here on Cahays Lane in Boone's Mill. Now we've got a very unique property here in Leesville Road. That is in Lynch Station, which is in Bedford County. It sits on 14 acres. This was a church campus and a campground. Lots and lots of things to talk about here as far as structures. You think about a church campus campground, they've got sleeping dorms, they've got meeting houses, they've got a pool, they've got an amphitheater. It's just a lot to talk about here. This is a shot of the mess hall or the kitchen area, the dining area for it, but you can see it's a complete kitchen. Just lots and lots of things to talk about here on Leesville Road. You get a chance to see the gym, a building. There's multiple basketball courts inside, amphitheater, soccer fields, softball fields, 14 acres on Leesville Road. Great opportunity here to take in. Well, you can make it whatever you want, but as I mentioned there before, was a church campus campground prior to.
So we go back to Smith Mountain Lake, this nice property on Waterside Drive. Fairway Bay, that's going to be off Scruggs Road in Windlass on the Roanoke River side of the lake, not far at all from the bridge. Great location. As we said before, one of the advantages of a condo or townhouse is hopefully you can go there and do less work and just enjoy yourself. And I think that would be the case here. Of course, it's pending. It's easy to see why when you think about the amenities that come with it, as well as a great location on the lake. This is a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1 half bath with finished square footage on 3 levels, all leading up to over 1,800 square feet. And all 3 levels have outside entertaining areas to enjoy the lake and the views that you have from it. You also have again, it's a channel marker R26. You have an assigned boat dock slip. So this is a really good location. And I'm not sure if it's Becky or Betty's Creek. They both are real close by, but you're not far from R26, and again, very close to the bridge. One of numerous commercial properties we have at Mountain Lake Realty. This one's on North Main Street on Circle Drive. It's pending. Very new compared to a lot of the commercial buildings in Rocky Mount, built in 1999. 2,800 square feet, 16 parking spots, high traffic count. Building shows very well, a lot of updated features, and some buildings you have to do a lot to bring them up, especially from a commercial standpoint, and a lot of those things are already in place, and that was a big appeal to these particular buyers. We hope it closes as scheduled.
There's another pending property. This is Reed Creek Drive in Bassett. Sits on 4 acres. It's a unique property in that you see the single car garage there, but you also have a really nice detached garage as well. 2 cars on the entry level and an additional 2 cars on the lower level. So very nice detached garage there. But, 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 3,700 square feet here in this home on Reed Creek Drive in Bassett. Step inside. I think we've got a picture here of the kitchen. Give you a quick look there, and then of course coming around the back side of the home, you get a chance to see the screened-in porch, dry patio underneath. But lots and lots of things to talk about here at Reed Creek Drive with a Bassett address. There's that detached garage I talked about before. Bob will round out the show, if you don't mind, with Ruleton Road. It's another pending property. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, a little over 1,390 square feet. Just have a nice 2-car detached garage there. But when you think about location, it sits on 6.3 acres there on Ruleton Road. It's a nice private setting. Backs up against a large farm acreage property, so it's a great spot there on Ruleton Road. You just get a chance to step inside and see the kitchen and dining area there. Of course, there's that 2-car detached garage. Bob, thank you for letting me join you today. Thank you all out there for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase.